Welcome back to 101 East. Now, in Papua, 3/4 of the people infected with HIV/AIDS are indigenous, and the numbers are climbing. As Helen Vatsikopoulos reports, if that trend continues, Papua will face a social and economic catastrophe.
It's a 3-hour drive from Merauke to Demande village, home to 250 members of the Marin tribe. They've organised a traditional welcome because visitors don't come here often. Neither do they get much in the way of health services here.
Helen.
Village elder Paulinus Dinkin says health educators first came here 4 years ago to warn them of the dangers of this deadly disease. But he still doesn't know very much about it.
Memang ada orang meninggal, tetapi kita tidak bisa pasti tahu bahwa seperti saya kena AIDS.
People have died, but we can't be sure that they died of AIDS. They may have died of another disease, but we've never been given any clear information by a medical doctor. People like us don't know what AIDS is.
Not one person here has been tested for HIV, and they have no idea where to get condoms.
We have not been able to reach them with appropriate house services and all that. But the man can walk down to Timika, can walk down to Merauke, etc., have fun, get infected, and then go back to their families.
Cintaku padamu putih bagaikan salju, percayalah kekasih.
It's a Saturday night in Jayapura's Imbi Park. This is the secret sex industry, where services are provided in cars, alleyways and the beach. Most of the girls are indigenous and few are full-time. They're here because they have no alternative. Hiding in the shadows is Ernie. She's troubled and illiterate, the daughter of trans-migrants. She's already had 2 clients this week, making just enough to feed her 3 children. Ernie is also HIV positive. Do you tell your clients that you are HIV positive?
I can't be bothered. I'm embarrassed. I won't get any money.
Do you ever use condoms?
I don't want to.
Does it not worry you that you could just be passing this on to other people?
Let them get it.
That's probably how Emil Deda got it. He was a security guard who often worked away in Timika, near the Freeport Gold and Copper Mine. And he didn't tell his wife, Wilhelmina Sawaki, that he went to brothels.
Maybe he was afraid I'd get angry, that'd be a fight. So he kept it a secret, but he didn't know he was positive. It was only after he got sick and had a test that he realized what he had done up there. Being with another woman had led him to become infected.
Wilhelmina Sawaki is now HIV positive and part of a disturbing development. There are now more HIV positive housewives than infected prostitutes.
Of course, at first we both despaired and wanted to kill ourselves.
Her husband died of AIDS 2 months ago, and he fits the profile of the typical carrier of the virus, from the brothel into the family home.
The experts say mobile men with money.
more money began flowing to them after 2001, when Jakarta granted Papua special autonomy. And as the money and developers flowed to remote areas, so did prostitution, fertile ground for the spread of HIV.
Tapi ini adalah
First, there's a flow of sex workers
pekerja seks yang bergerak
moving
dari
from
satu
one
daerah ke
province to
daerah lain.
another.
Mobilitas penduduk Papua.
Also, Papuans are highly mobile. They can come and go as they please. They can leave Papua and can have sex outside. Mobile men with money.
Mobile men with money.
A degree of self-government for Papua has also meant decentralisation of health services, and ironically, this has made it even more difficult to fight the virus. Officially, Jakarta says the prevalence rate is 15 times the national average, but field workers say the figure is closer to 50 times. Papuan leader Agus Alawa despairs at the ever-increasing death toll.
All of this, the cancer has come from Papuan men. And then after they have sexual relation here and then back to their home, and then also they sleep with his wife or like this.
But that's
so most of Papuan women are victims here.
But then that's not genocide, is it? That's not the Indonesians introducing something deliberately to kill the Papuans, is it?
Really, that is not really direct plan of genocide, but it's indirect because of the who arranged all of this business way. And then the Papuan or men or women, they are victims because they are involved this of business.
To leaders like Agus Alawa, the wounds of the past are so deep, his people so traumatised, that health and politics inevitably merge. Suspicious at the need for a 14,000-strong security force under special autonomy, he says they're here to weed out the independence fighters, and HIV/AIDS fits in with this strategy. It's a claim dismissed by Jakarta, though it must be said that soldiers, also being mobile men with money, have so far not been tested for the virus.
The process of delivering the disease or delivering of people here in Papua, it is the best way how we can influence the Papuan people in order to stop their political aspiration like this.
We, on our side, are doing our best to save this nation, to save Papua from the disaster. I think that's the best we can do at the moment, and prove that yes, we do care. Every single Papuan is important to us.
Today, almost every single Papuan knows someone who has died of or is infected with HIV/AIDS. Husbands and wives, and now tragically, children.
Tapi itu cuma satu kali. Kenapa Tuhan memberikan apa? Virus apa? Maksudnya
Samuel Imbiri was infected at the age of 12.
Saya mulai pikir-pikir bahwa saya ingat bahwa mungkin saya pernah berhubungan seks satu kali saja. Tapi itu cuma satu kali.
But once is all it takes.
Bagaimana saya harus bergaul intim dengan Allah.
Di jalan itu di situ kita ada 10 orang. Kita ada 10 orang yang sudah positif HIV.
On the street, there were 10 of us who had HIV/AIDS.
Dan mereka juga sudah mengerti apa
They knew what HIV was, and they knew they should use condoms to prevent being infected.
kita tidak tertular pada HIV/AIDS, tapi mereka sudah mengerti, tapi mereka tidak menggunakan kondom.
They understand, but they don't want to use condoms.
Hanya asal berhubungan seks saja begitu, tukar-tukar pasangan.
They just want to have sex. They have multiple partners. Some of them were HIV positive, and they wanted to infect other people.
Kepada orang-orang lain lagi.
If attitudes don't change, if the brakes aren't put on infection rates soon, Papua will face a social and economic catastrophe in future. Samuel Imbiri is now 18, and he represents the age group with the highest infection rate. He should be the future of this province, yet he's living on borrowed time.
I'm worried that could happen if today's generation isn't careful, if they don't listen, if they're not afraid of the danger of HIV.
Samuel Imbiri is talking, but no one is listening.
Situ juga sudah memberikan mereka informasi dan penjelasan mengenai kondom dan apa.
I've given them information about condoms and HIV/AIDS, but they don't want to know.
Mereka tidak mau mendengar.
They don't want to hear all that.
Apa biarkan saja.
So they keep having sex without using condoms.